Alright. What is this about? Something about techie? Something about Tectonia?
Tectone announces a break from streaming. Let's see what he said. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna leave for a while. I'm not sure when I'll be back, but my mind is clouded. I'm just angry every day. I'm crashing out over nothing, and I don't want my resentment guiding me. I see where I'm headed, and I don't like it at all. I'm not saying... I'm saying things I don't mean. I'm tilting out over the smallest things. The worst thing is, I can't even explain to you guys why I'm so angry, and that's what's frustrating me the most, because I value transparency over everything. I'm going to go on break, hopefully not for long, but no streams for a while.
Aww.
This date that I have to keep waiting for is getting closer, but the wait is harder. I plan on making some YouTube videos and just talking and tweeting every now and then, but nothing too much. I need to get my head straight again. Appreciate y'all. Bye for now. So,
dude, I feel this so hard. Again, this is more related to him having being harassed and like targeted and shit. Like, I totally get the headspace, man. Sometimes you just need a fucking break, dude.
so as somebody who knows more about this than the public,
Yeah, he needs
I
to take
think
a break.
that when he comes back, all of this is going to make a lot more sense.
If you want to get your history straight off Twitter, absolutely, man. I ain't gonna hold you. When I was having like a bad mental day, I would get off Twitter and my day would instantly get better. I'd go outside and touch grass.
Certainly say that. So don't worry about it, guys. Tectone will be back. It's not going to be a big deal. Everything's totally fine. What about you? I mean, the thing is for me is that like I went through a lot of like for me, I think that a lot of people don't understand that, especially somebody in Tectone's position and somebody that like is out there all the time talking and interacting with people and making content and putting themselves out there constantly. That kind of stuff can
And
be
your real
really
face,
draining,
too.
and it can really fuck with your mental a lot. And I know
I can tell you from personal experience, honestly, I feel like being a VTuber is also like an extra blessing, is that your anonymity and the scale at which you like get harassed isn't that bad compared to someone who does IRL streaming. Like, you can dissociate yourself from, like, the insults, because it's like, oh, well, I'm playing a character, it's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, sure, it still gets to you sometimes when people insult you, but, like, yeah, Tectone and, like, Asmongold and all the other streamers, like, yeah, they have to go through, like, a lot more harassment, I would say, like, on a different scale. Yeah. But, like, this type of content can eat away at YouTube dramas draining after a while. Yeah, it can be, and then reading all the comments and shit, yeah, I would say stay off the fucking social media, man.
you might think to yourself, oh, streaming is so easy. All you do is go live and play video games. I mean, like, yes,
true.
I mean, like, fundamentally, you're right.
Yes.
But the problem is that there's like a middle, of the experience thing. So this is the way that I think a lot of streamer, like...
And by the way, he was getting his internet cut off by some dude. Like, some guy's going in his backyard and, like, cutting his internet cable or some shit. Like, that was crazy to me hearing that. How do you know it's not just some crazy guy?
Mental states over time.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is educational, chat. We're gonna learn together.
And so this is gonna be kind of a weird, maybe a weird chart to do. But I'm going to go ahead and, let me just do this. I'll make it darker. That way it's easier for you guys to read. It's not as bright. Okay. Streamer, mental, it's over time.
Is this a graph?
Okay, so what this means
NFT?
is that basically, and so we're going to look at the X and the Y axis here, okay? So we have, let's see here, happiness, right? Well, actually, I'm just going to say, this is, let's say...
mental.
Actually, just do mental illness.
Wait. VTubers start at the top here, over here. When you have a VTuber model, your one, instead of starting at 0 or at 1 or at 2, you start up here.
Mental illness level, right? Okay. And then we're gonna have over here time spent streaming. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what happens to streamers.
Chat, by the way, I have not watched this. I'm kind of scared. Does it go up like this? Am I gonna get more mental illnesses? saying. This is kind of true. Wait, my ADHD has gotten worse. Oh no. Oh, wait. If it goes down, that's good.
That's it.
Oh.
And so anyway, what we have right now is that
it's a
basically whenever people start streaming, they're not really mentally ill. They're just enjoying streaming. They're having fun. Everything's going great. They're happy. They have their viewers, their community. They don't really care about how many viewers they get. They don't care about anything else. They're enjoying themselves. Everything is good, right? And so this is like, I don't really want to give people examples. I don't want to give examples of people that I think have like high levels of mental illness or streaming. I have them.
Wait, I gotta do my own graph over this one. So this is VTuber. You can't see it yet. Give me a second. I'll draw over it and then I'll show you. It's like this, and then it goes, and then it goes back down like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. At least it's self-aware. I think you have to be a little mentally ill. Look like VTubers. It starts up here and then it goes like this. It wasn't a perfect thing, but it's like this.
I have a lot of examples. Okay.
True.
So actually, you know what?
Yep.
Let's go ahead and just use me as an example.
Sure. He's admitting to having mental illnesses.
Me in 2016.
Oh.
I would stream every day. I didn't really care about viewers or anything like that. I'm just going to look at myself. And then, so I'm going to look at me and then over time, 2018 to 2019, right?
Oh.
And I would say that this was like peak mental illness time. I was rage quitting video games.
Oh, yeah.
There was all kinds of big issues, etc.
Yep.
Me, 2020. To 25. Now, right?
Yeah.
And so Dark Souls era, right? And so what happens is that streamers, especially as they grow, a lot of streamers get addicted to the popularity that they're getting and the attention that they get.
So they stream
and in doing so, I think it creates a tremendous amount of mental illness. And as time goes on, there are streamers that have transcended this and no longer had these problems. Do you remember whenever Summit punched his monitor and turned off his stream?
Yeah!
And then he was having issues with his stream? That's whenever he was up here. Now...
Does that mean I'm gonna get really bad? Tyler won? Yeah, and then he had a kid and he streams less and he streams for fun. Now he's super chill. Dude, I'm actually frying. Am I peaking right now? I feel like I'm not peaking. Because, chat. I know I cried on stream earlier today, but that's because of my ISP. That's not because I'm fucking cracking under the mental pressure. Like, I'm at like 10%. Alana's been streaming almost 3 years. The mental is getting up there. I mean, maybe a little bit, but like, I don't feel like I'm peaking. I feel like that's different.
Now he's not up here anymore. Now he's down here.
Yeah.
He clocks in, he chills out, he enjoys his stream. Everything is great, okay? Going offline, guys. I'm going to give you another good example. Chance. Do you remember Chance would have like all these weird dramas and like dumb shit happen back in the day? And like this is like very, very long time ago, like with his ex-girlfriend Leia, etc. And like Chance would have dramas and problems, etc.
He was also playing World of Warcraft. That's a big factor.
Whenever he was up there, now he has again achieved a degree of enlightenment and he enjoys what he does and he's happy again, right?
True.
And so everything's okay. Lyric, I mean, he doesn't even have cam, right? So it's hard to even get a great read on like the way he felt about stuff. But Lyric is definitely down here. He's been streaming for a long period of time and he's totally comfortable with it. Speed, Lyrics, I feel like Lyrics all the time. That doesn't apply to everyone. I'm gonna permaban you for that comment. You're going to be permabanned for saying that a graph that does... You're going to be permabanned for saying that a graph doesn't apply to every person. You're just getting permabanned. Like I don't even want to explain it to you.
07 idiot.
It's just a waste of time. So anyway, and this is what happens in general,
Invalid.
right? And so anyway, basically, streamers, as they stream longer, I think that it negatively affects their mental state. And I've seen so many streamers, like, it's actually crazy how many people behind the scenes have, like, these crazy, weird mental issues.
I think it's just something you have to go through as you're doing it, because there's no one to, like, guide you through it. As opposed to if you're, like, working a normal 9-to-5 job, there's, like, maybe an older coworker that's going through it and they can advise you, whereas streamers don't really communicate with each other that much, like, unironically. Like, yeah, there's some people that have, like, their groups and stuff, or, like, friends that they kind of, like, you know, started with, and then they go up the ladder, and those friends stay with them, but I feel like you don't really have that same type of, like, knowing, the knowledge, so you have to go through it by yourself, and then it kind of cooks you. You're forced to be online too. Oh my god, it was so hard. When I took a break back in May, right after the Cinder drama dropped, and I basically dropped the mic with it, and then, like, went on my, like, designated vacation because I hadn't had a vacation in 2 years, and I needed one really, really badly. It was so hard not to look at my computer. I basically had to go outside all the time or preoccupy myself physically, because I would constantly be gravitating towards my phone and checking if, like, I wouldn't type in Discord, but I would, like, look at my Discord and be like, are they still talking about me? Do they still hate? Do they hate me? Do they still love me? Do they still want to hang out with me? Like, it made me freak out. Yeah. Let me suck on them. Malachite! Shut the hell up. Why are you here? Get out!
Like, it's super, super common. It's way more common than you would expect. Like, I would expect, like, maybe some people to be like that, it to be kind of popular. But no, man. Like, it is crazy, crazy, crazy prevalent. And it's shocking to see how many people are like that. And so that's basically what's happened so far. Do you think graph changes to the mental issues coming into the space? Well, of course, I mean, obviously, there's a million, you know, coinciding variables and factors that come into play.
That's what I'm saying, is, like, if you start with a mental illness, you might have, like, initial popularity because people love the relatability, but then as you develop more mental illnesses, some people might take it too far and be like, I'm gonna go fucking crazy!
But I'm just making a general statement on the way that I've seen things happen, right? Do you realize this type of behavior is it's happening to anyone growing up? It's not unique to streamers? Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I think that streamers are broadcasting it all the time, so it's more easy to identify and to track and to, you know, like, basically observe over time.
Wait, you can also deduce this from celebrities. Have you ever heard of celebrities that, like, you know, get popular over time, and then because their life is constantly being broadcasted, and they're, like, you know, like, they get mentally ill, they become, like, crazy. That's not even fake. Like, Brittany, no, like, anybody. No, think about it. Everybody gets a little bit crazy because of it.
And that's the reason why.
It just depends on how crazy you get. It goes hand in hand with
imposter syndrome. Yeah, because, like, the problem is that when a lot of people reach, like, a degree of popularity.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, right in here.
Yep.
Many people develop imposter syndrome. I'm one of the only people that never did that.
The most humble streamer never developed imposter syndrome. Nah, that's crazy. Most humble.
When I got 10,000 viewers for the first time, you know, like, me and McConnell, we were streaming late at night, and about 3 or 4 months, probably maybe 4 or 5, but I think about 4 months or so, we went from getting, like, 1,000 viewers to getting, like, 8,000 and 9,000 viewers.
That's a lot. Like, and this was back in the day. This was, like, before 2020, so that's a big deal, by the way. To put it in perspective, like, I think in COVID, I think numbers really did inflate by, like, a lot. Like, several thousand, maybe even more than that, because everybody was at home. Not to, like, you know, rain on his parade, but I'm just saying, like, you know, if you started in 2020, you had a little bit of a buff. Like, it's a buff instead of a debuff.
We were at the top of Twitch. This is at fucking 4 in the morning, by the way. 7 in the morning.
Wow.
Like, we were streaming, and I remember back at the time, I was never thinking, do I have imposter syndrome? I was thinking, oh, only 9,000? There should be more people watching. This is the best content on the website. Everybody else sucks except for me.
Oh my god. Crazy ego.
I'm better than everybody else playing the game. Why isn't more people watching me?
True.
And you know what I did? We just kept going. And then we hit 10. Then we hit 20. Then we hit 30. Then we hit 40. And then we had over 100,000 in Classic WoW. So we just kept going.
Yeah, 2020.
And so that's all it was. Humble. Yeah, exactly. No, y'all don't understand.
It's the pressure to be perfect to project a certain image. You probably listen to a lot of drug addiction and alcoholism we hear about. Again, you can parallel this with something that we've had for a way longer time, like actors and actresses. For probably 100 years now, we've had television, right? And there's always stories of people that are like, you know, not incredibly famous, but like even on a scale of like how a streamer, you can be a small-time actor that gets a big role and then you pop off. That can definitely contribute to like imposter syndrome and, you know, leading to problems. So you might have been the picture of mental illness which caused the cutthroat decision making. Yeah, and also the husband or boyfriend or whatever. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's also a contributing factor. They wanted more success and they influenced each other and they wanted what they wanted. Allegedly.
My level of ego is, at this point,
yeah.
I don't have an ego at all. I've got no ego.
Yeah?
Go back in time to Asmongold 2012.
True.
Wow.
I forget Asmon's like 34, man. He's so old.
That's bad. That was real bad.
He's like 35.
Yes. And
no,
so
35.
anyway, Omega, exactly. And so Humble, yes, exactly. Can't have imposter syndrome when you are the syndrome. Yes, definitely.
I'm teasing. Oh my god! Instantly, my chat's like, I'm 35. I'm 36. I'm not that old. Chat, I'm teasing.
And so that's the reason learn humility at the ripe age of 30. I think that when did I learn a bit of humility? I think that it was when I could no longer be as good as I thought I was in the game.
Oh.
In World of Warcraft. Because, like, back in the day, I could always play longer, put in more time, put in more effort, outthink, outmaneuver, and come out ahead of anybody, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, I can't fucking play, like, 8-hour binge games, man. I just get so fucking fried after a couple of hours. But you can attribute that to, like, working and, like, being stressed. I don't know. I could get over it. I could totally play fucking some game for 8 hours, man. There's no shot.
Like, I would have the best logs, basically. I would have the best gear. I would be, like...
My flexes are gone. No, chat, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe that when you get, like... I wouldn't say 35 is old or you start losing your reflexes that badly. I think the stress of having to perform, maybe you have a career, maybe you have a wife and children, is that you can't practice as much, therefore your reflexes go down. Because if you still are consistent and you dedicate time through some means, I think you can totally maintain your reflexes. Reflexes are going much earlier? I don't know. I just feel like... I think it might be like a fucking... I think it might be a little bit of a cope. I think when you get to like a certain age, you start just kind of not dedicating as much time. 25 is the peak of your body. Everything is downhill after? I guess. I don't know. I can't argue with doctors. Doctors always tell you that your body starts hitting a wall at like 30, even as a man. Women get it even earlier. I said level game. I never expect when I'm sitting when I go to bed. Now I can't, man. I'm old AF. Endurance starts to go though. Maybe not reflexes. Yeah, maybe it's that. I remember the last time I binged World of Warcraft. I didn't sleep for 2 days. And I only napped for 30 minutes because the servers went down. Or I think maybe it was an hour. I think it was an hour, actually. That was during TBC launch, and I was so fucking fried. I feel like I was so much more not sleeping and doing the gaming when I was like 16. Because I could do that easily.
hop on my server all the time.
That was frying me.
But then at a certain point, I couldn't keep up with it anymore. And I realized that
TBC launch hack? No. Classic. I should clarify. Sorry. I didn't play WoW when it was TBC launch in 2008. I didn't even play then. I started in Wrath. I was a Wrath baby, but yeah, I was TBC launch classic. So it was like what, 2021 or yeah, I think it was 21.
I had tied so much of my, you know, like my consideration on like my ability to do things and achieve goals on this video game. And after Nighthold, well, I mean, I'd say a little bit before then, honestly, but like Nighthold was definitely the beginning, right? And I realized that, and after that happened, I kind of just stepped away, and I was like, you know what? Actually, like, it doesn't really. It's just a video game, right? It doesn't really matter.
True.
And so, like, that's really what it was for me. Yeah, you grew up with morals. I mean, not really. I mean, but that's it. Caught on middle-aged internet with something.
See, that just glosses over it. Like, no, not really. I didn't grow up with morals.
Was something I have an ego about, to be honest. Yeah, bro. Like, it was a big deal. When you're young, that's all you think about.
Dude.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Losing someone you love often teaches humility as well. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that definitely sucks if that happens to somebody, for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, Tectone having this happen, I hope that he's able to get through it. I see a lot of people that go through it all the time. I went through it myself, and I think many people will. And I just hope they're getting the help they need. I hope they have a support group around them. And again, I think that once Tectone comes back and is able to kind of express kind of where he's been coming from and what's been going on with him,
I don't have a support group other than chat. Oh no!
I think that a lot of his behavior will make a lot more sense. So yeah, that's about it. What makes you put so many hours into streaming? What makes me put so many hours in streaming? I like it.
We're Fred. Yeah, if you love the game, you don't want to quit. That's why I get so upset when I can't stream. I just, like, I want to stream. It's fun. People don't understand that concept, and, like, some people are like, oh, yeah, should people just do it for a paycheck? It's like, yeah, obviously you get paid to fucking stream, but, like, that, I streamed for 8 hours playing Dead by Daylight because I liked it, because I wanted to, okay? Back when I first started, I got a little bit of donations here and there, but I kind of just did it for the love of the game, you know? Yeah.
That's about...
I did. I streamed for 8 hours at a time, non-stop. Only took breaks a little bit.
And yeah, I like doing it, and it's an outlet. Yeah, it's an outlet. Like, I mean, because I want to, like, anytime I'm not streaming, I'm like tweeting. I gotta do something, bro. Like, I just feel like.
And that plays into the mental illness for me personally. If I look at Twitter, it like feeds into my mental illness. I can't like dissociate like into myself. I don't know if that makes sense. It probably doesn't make any sense, but like if I look at Twitter and I start like, oh shit, I need to be streaming, I need to be doing something. If I see something big happening, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta talk to chat about this. I can't wait to talk to chat about this.
I always gotta do something. I gotta be doing something, one thing or another.
Stuff.
And that's how it's been for me. People give you too much content. They give me a lot of content, right?
True.
Is it worth the mental health of people? I mean, it depends on who it is, right? I mean, like, I think that a lot of people, here's the truth, is that streaming is an extremely mentally corrosive activity, and it can be very mentally draining, and it can be upsetting, stressful, and problematic for a lot of people. And there are a lot of downsides to streaming. But all that being said, I think that 99% of people would love to trade their place with a streamer, and they would say that streaming would be easier than their 9-to-5 job, and at least easier in all things, right? So
Thank you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that a 9-to-5 job, even though this is stressful and this is all on you having to rely on someone else for your living and the mental wear, even though it's technically secure and there's regulations, at least for the most part. A 9-to-5, if you like your 9-to-5, you are one of the few people that actually like enjoys their 9-to-5. There are millions of people every day that clock in the work, having to deal with their boss, sucking up, people being assholes and they have to grit their teeth and shut their mouth and not call them a slur, and they have to keep that slur inside of their head, and then they come home and their wife is bitching at them and their kids are screaming at them and pulling on theof their hair, and they're losing their hair, and they're balding. Maybe they have fucking erectile dysfunction because they're so stressed all the time, and their wife is bitching that they don't have sex. Like, all of that, as opposed to having a little bit of extra mental illness and waking up in the morning and being like, oh shit, maybe I don't want to stream today because like my head hurts or something, is so much better than dealing with all of that. I don't know. I feel like it depends on the person. Don't forget commuting. Oh yeah. Oh my god. I hated putting on my makeup and then like having to panic and fucking put on my little seatbelt and fucking drive out of the car, and then traffic. God forbid you have to drive in traffic and you're losing your freaking mind the whole fucking time.
Streaming is such a unique job that it's hard to take those skills into any other career at all. And
bro, he actually has such a good point on that. I never even thought about it that way. Is it dying again? Oh, little blip. Little blip, we're back. We're black. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're black. We're back. Sorry about that. That was a little blip. Okay, that's fine. That's amazing. At least it was tiny. What was I saying? Oh, right. Translating this into a real life job is just like almost impossible. Like, what are you really realistically doing? Like, you're being an entertainer, you're yapping. Like, how many jobs realistically in real life do that? Like, maybe like a podcaster, and even then that's kind of like a streamer job. It's like kind of whatever. Maybe like radio or a newscaster, or I don't even know. Like, it's just like a really niche job. Telemarketing, it's not the same. It's really not.
$100,000 isn't a lot of money nowadays. And I'm speaking
oh my god,
from the perspective of a man who lives in Austin, Texas.
He's got a point. Yeah, he lives in the middle of Austin too, not like in the outskirts or something, huh?
This is a place where like a shitty house is worth $300,000, right? But like, and I understand, like, so if you're a guy, you're living in like Indonesia, for example, right? We looked at that the other day. $100,000 is like you're fucking, insane. Elon Musk. But what I'm saying is that plus no 401k. Yeah, you don't have. There's a lot of social safety nets that jobs provide and opportunities that jobs provide, like things like health insurance, etc., that you don't get as a streamer. And also, like, you're not developing any career skills in a lot of cases. Like, for me, it's very
honestly, I feel like I've gotten dumber. I'm not even joking. I feel like I've become more retarded as I've. This is gonna sound so stupid. I actually think I've become stupider. I'm not even joking. I feel like I have become stupider from streaming.
Very unique situation because I started multiple businesses while streaming, but that was also something that was a result of me. I went to school for business, right? And it was something that I was passionate about also. And I'm also a very, very small minority. And if you want to think about something else, think about all of the different businesses that I've started, how, I'm just going to say it, massively fucking successful they are. Through primarily no fault of my own, because it's the team doing it, not me. Like, obviously I helped and I was able to get the word out there and I was able to, make some decisions, and I help out every once in a while.
A lot of businesses started, 0 time to pack it up. Yep, it's time to pack up my little fox bag and sling it on over back to my 9 to 5, start fucking putting fries in the bag.
But I am not the causal factor for, any of the organizations or anything like that to be successful. It was other people, right? But I try to be a conduit to help find those people and to help empower them to do their job even better. But the point is that
it's a good point.
If you look at the successes that I've had over the years, I mean, I think I've got a really good fucking ratio.
Yeah, but he's also like the top like 0.001% of streamers. Like, what are we talking about? Even as popular as he is, or if you even take the second or third most popular streamers, how many businesses do they have? Like, I don't know, maybe 1, maybe 2. He's got several. Most humble? Yeah, this guy's so humble.
I've got a great ratio.
Yeah.
I
Most
have. I've
humble
done very,
streamer.
very well. And so, yeah, a good team reflects a good manager and owner. I understand that, but it's also important to make sure that you recognize that you have the good team. And so that's really it. And so I started, obviously fucking, OTK, Mythic, Starforge, Mad Mushroom, all of them are doing extremely well. Like,
True.
I mean, I'm not really involved that much with them anymore. Like, I'm friends with everybody involved. I'm not really that involved. I mean, maybe, like if they're doing an event or something like that, maybe I'd show up because it's people that I know. But, I've kind of decided to go my own way because, I just feel like, again, and this is a conversation, actually, this goes back to like what I was saying with Tectone, right? I mean, Tectone does like controversial content, and he did the same thing with Mythic, right? He's like, I'm going to step away and not really be involved with this anymore because I don't want to have like AoE damage for things like I did.
Yeah,
you started
that's
OTK?
valid.
Yeah, I did. You go back to the video. I was the one that I announced it to 100,000 viewers.
Yep, he did do that.
And it was
It's
good.
a smart move,
and
though.
so that was it, man. So vacation reasons, and so anyway, no, and again, like we had a lot of we had a lot of positive successes, right? But that's it. Maintaining a level of ownership, I mean, to a degree, right? But like,
as someone who watches VTubers, Mythic is in the perfect spot to be the VTuber agency right now. You should think about going back. Look at this chatter. Where that's so fucking funny. This guy doesn't realize that they're not a talent agency, they're more of like a sponsorship agency. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, yeah, they have connections, but it's not a management thing, to be honest. Yeah, they're more of a sponsorship thing from what I understand.
not in an ongoing way, if that makes sense. It's very
not
complicated.
A corpo, I don't think. Maybe
and
they are, I don't
the
know.
reason why is that the way the company was started, I didn't want to have my own personal involvement in it for privacy reasons. So it's very complicated for me to answer that. But like yes and no. And anyway, let me go back. I'll see this here. Do you do more shit to help the game devs? Maybe. We'll see what happens, right?
Most
and
humble
would you say
streamer
you're
chat.
financially well off because of smarts
not
or people?
humble.
Well, maybe it's smart enough to pick the right people.
Bro, I don't know, man. My mind's kind of blown after that, to be honest. Face Connect would you fit you better? No, I disagree. I think that even though I like Face Connect and I support them a lot, I buy their merch and I've been a supporter before. I even started streaming because Pippa is one of the big reasons I even considered streaming, because I liked her. Or I still do, but I think they have rules, and I feel like you can't really do a lot of stuff. And because as a collective, like everything that you say affects other people, and I don't want to do that because I want to be my own person.